Oh, shit. I forgot to mention on the... We talked about the fucking cover art for Surfer Rosa. I forgot to mention this. Well, we talked about the naked lady. You mentioned scorpions, and I since seen the fucking cover art that you were talking about.
Oh, yes.
That is fucking gross, man.
Yeah, it is.
That, I'm like, oh, dear God. How the fuck did they think that was okay?
I don't think they thought it was okay. I think they thought it would get them a lot of attention. And maybe there is some weird record executive fetish thing going on there that's not cool. I'm probably.
That's like some Epstein Island shit.
Yeah. And, yeah.
The quotes from Lolita written in marker on the feet was disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay.
I only saw it for like 2 seconds. I was like, oh my God. No.
Yeah, I'm going to try to look at it less.
Oh, I saw it for like 2 seconds. I'm like, I can't fucking believe they did that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the 80s, but fuck you. Seriously.
Anywho, yeah.
That's
very uncomfortable to be a Scorpions fan, I'd imagine.
I'm not a Scorpions fan, but you know, that was...
Oh, I was talking about the Epstein files.
Oh, I haven't looked at any of those. Yeah, Scorpions, not in the Epstein files.
That we know of.
That we know of yet, but maybe their manager was.
Mick Jagger's in the some of those photos that have dropped.
Really?
It's not surprising, really.
Nope.
Michael Jackson isn't surprising either.
No, I wasn't surprised about that.
Going back to Scorpions for a second.
Scorpions.
The guitarist, I saw an interview with him, and I'm like, is this guy what? Okay, so he said something about like the interviewer asked him about "Rock You Like a Hurricane," and then he goes, you know, not a lot of people know this, but that song is actually about having sex.
Really?
They're so subtle. They are so subtle.
I'm like, are you guys like stupid?
That's like Spinal Tap stupid.
Yeah, that's.
What's wrong with being sexy?
I'm like, 99.9% of people who have listened to that song got that. So just presenting it like a fun fact, like, oh, that song, oh, you thought it was about a hurricane wrecking a town, but I don't know why he's Irish, but
he is Irish.
No, he's German. But the song is actually about sex.
You thought it was about a hurricane, but it was about my penis.
Yeah, but it's about sexy time, yeah. No, I thought they were Irish. The Scorpions.
No, they're German.
Oh, that explains the fucking cover now. I thought they were fucking Irish.
Why does that explain the cover?
Yeah, because Germans are perverts.
Yeah. German fucking weird, yeah. We like the sexy kinky shit. Yeah.
Do you remember that episode of Malcolm in the Middle where they go into the basement and they find the janitor's stash of German dungeon porn and conclude that he doesn't have a family because of that after he died? Germany has a reputation. That's why that joke landed.
They have a reputation for being very kinky. I always thought they were German or Irish. That's why.
Yeah.
We started the episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We start with the sexy time, yeah.
Yeah. And welcome to Side 1, Side B. I'm Dave.
I'm Steve.
You're Steve, yeah.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Steve.
Steve,
my Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, the Schnitzel, yeah.
Put on the leather lederhosen harness.
Oh, yeah.
See, now you're oscillating between German and Irish. Anyway, he's Sean.
Oh, yeah, the 7-inch Sean, yeah. Well, HÜSKER DÜ is German, yeah. Not really.
No, they're from Minnesota, but their name is German.
Actually, I think it's Dutch.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Dutch game.
Yeah, like a children's game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Dutch game, yeah. For do you remember? That's what it means in Dutch, yeah.
You mean it's not related to Husker football?
Yeah.
No.
No, how they got their name is pretty interesting. Main source, like for my main source for a lot of these things, is Our Band Could Be Your Life.
You mean I brought my corn head that I'm wearing right now for nothing?
Yeah. But how they got their name was...
I am kind of offended that it's the only thing you're wearing, Steve.
How they got their name was one time at a rehearsal, they were doing a cover of Psycho Killer by Talking Heads, and they did not, none of them spoke any French, and so they were just using random other language phrases they knew. And Bob Mould, the guitarist lead singer, there's two lead singers, but the one who plays guitar, just started saying Psycho Killer, Husker Du.
Yeah.
Psycho Killer, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red. Pa, pa, pa.
No, they're from Minnesota. They're from a cooler part of the Midwest than Nebraska.
Oh, so they probably hate the Huskers then.
They probably do.
The Huskers, yeah.
But yeah, this is Sean. You brought a HÜSKER DÜ album. Which one did you bring?
I brought ZEN ARCADE, yeah. Okay, I'll stop with the German accent.
This is their big concept album.
Yes, this is probably my favorite. So I love HÜSKER DÜ. They're like the best Midwestern punk band. And they were, in my opinion, like one of the best Midwestern punk bands that were in the hardcore scene. And they actually made that really great transition from the hardcore punk band to almost alternative rock in their later career. And this was kind of that pivotal album because it almost sounds like the album midway through makes the transition from alternative rock to, or from hardcore to alternative. And it is like Dave said, it's a concept album. It's ZEN ARCADE, and it's probably one of my favorite of their albums. I also love New Day Rising is a great album as well. And Candy Apple Grey as well. It's a great album. But if you haven't heard anything by HÜSKER DÜ, their sound is very sonically different than most punk bands.
They came up from the Minneapolis scene at the same time as the Replacements, and they had a bit of a rivalry going with them. And the Replacements, on their very first album, Sorry Ma, Forgot to Take Out the Trash, have a song called Something to Do, spelled like HÜSKER DÜ. And at the end, he like Paul Westerberg screaming, I just want something to do. I just want something to do. I just want something to Husker.
I'm surprisingly not incredibly familiar with this band. I know they kind of come up to the border of heavy metal. Some metal bands that I'm into have covered HÜSKER DÜ. I played you guys an Anthrax cover of Celebrated Summer that you both didn't like. So, I guess unfortunately my biggest experience I have with them doesn't seem to be very indicative of what their sound is like. But no, this is one I've always wanted to get into. They've been like at the edge of my radar, but for whatever reason, it just I was never able to flow that direction. Early on, I was getting into bands and stuff. It's usually just because I would pick up CDs in the used bin, and I don't think I ever saw like a HÜSKER DÜ CD in the used bin, so that might have been a big reason why.
Because people keep them.
Yeah.
I think ZEN ARCADE was the last CD that I bought at Best Buy before I started realizing that I wasn't going to get a lot more of the music I liked at Best Buy, and I had to start going to like the local record stores, which was good.
I think I remember getting this one at Best Buy, but I actually remember when I bought this album. I bought this album the week I got out of the army. I bought it at the Best Buy down in Killeen, Texas.
Yeah.
And I listened to it the whole way driving home from being discharged from the army. And it was like the best cathartic listen to an album, because it's about like leaving home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was doing a transition in my life, and it's a very transitional record about transition. So I think it was listening to it in that perspective was kind of cathartic.
Yeah.
So,
well, what's funny is I can't remember the name of the random internet commenter who I read this from to give credit to, but I do remember once seeing someone on the internet joke that the basic story is the same story as American Idiot. It's about a young man who just isn't able to like fit in at home, leaving home, and then bouncing off the rest of the world and being forced to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
spoiler
alert. I mean, the story is what the story is. It's not too... It's not really what you're here for. The music is really what you're here for.
Yeah. I couldn't pick up on the story the first several times I listened to it. I
kind of got it, because there's, but we'll get into it when we get into the songs and stuff, and I'll kind of help. I'll talk about what I get through the story, if it kind of helps you, Steve, or if you want to, like, when we get through each side.
No, I don't mind you pointing things out, because it'll be beneficial to me, I think.
Yeah. Because I've listened to this album probably 100 times. It is one of my favorite punk albums, and so I was just recently doing this thing online. It was like voting. It's like voting for like the greatest punk albums of all time, and people are like eliminating and voting between two albums. And someone said like, "Oh, HÜSKER DÜ's the hipster." I'm like, really? They said ZEN ARCADE's the hipster choice, and I'm like, really? ZEN ARCADE's the hipster choice? Have you actually listened to fucking HÜSKER DÜ?
People still use hipster as an insult. What year is this?
I guess it's 2005 again.
Yeah,
that's like there are. I think it's completely died off by now, but I remember in the mid 2010s, like people were still calling anything they didn't like in the metal scene like new metal, and I'm like, no, we're way beyond that by now.
Yeah,
like this was like 2012, 2013 territory. I'm like, no, that's not new metal, you idiot.
It is funny that we're in the new metal nostalgia era now.
It is really funny.
Yeah. People are like, oh, I like Fred Durst. I'm like, really? Yeah. No one likes Fred Durst. Not even Fred Durst.
I think he's gotten better over time, but
I like him as an actor more than a singer.
Well, he definitely had a big head back in the day.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely true, but I think he's more self-aware than he used to be. Either that or his marketing team is, because I think them calling their last album Limp Bizkit Still Sucks, I think was brilliant.
Yeah. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm like, how I still am like perplexed how someone's like, oh, it's the hipster choice. And I'm like,
yeah, HÜSKER DÜ was...
I don't think I've heard hipster used as an insult in at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Neither have I. I'm like, wow.
This is on Facebook where culture died.
Yes.
Where culture died 10 years ago. So yeah.
And it's like, we live in Nebraska, so we're a little bit behind, like, because, well, and I think, weren't we kind of like the hipster capital of the world for a little bit?
We were, yeah. And some of those bands are really good. Yeah. Although the fans getting a reputation for leaving after the local opener and leaving the touring band to play to a crowd of no one is a valid critique of what the scene was at that time.
I mean, I've experienced it. I've brought touring bands here as a promoter, and they got Omaha, so...
Omaha.
Yeah. Omaha.
All right, Steve. I'm gonna have you critique the cover.
All right, cool. Pass it over.
This, as Steve is looking at it, I will point out that this band was signed to SST back when Greg Ginn was just signing every band he liked to his label. So this was, same label as Black Flag, right up there with Saccharine Trust and Sonic Youth.
Did he rip them off?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually we'll talk. It's probably the reason there's not really any good like re-releases of Husker Du right now of their older stuff because SST owns all the rights to their old stuff.
I thought it was weird that when Keith Morris was doing his version of Black Flag under the Flag name, like Greg Ginn did a lawsuit and he included like Henry Rollins in the lawsuit. Like Henry Rollins hasn't done music in so fucking long. Like how did he end up in that lawsuit?
I think Greg Ginn just wanted to sue Henry Rollins.
And Henry Rollins too, because fuck that guy. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I really like this cover. What it looks like to me is it's like a black and white photograph that's been like, I want to say like colored in with I want to say colored pencil. That's what it looks like to me. And it's like, it's a junkyard, so it's like stacks of cars, and there's some ominous black outlines of people who are, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're waiting for a drug deal or something.
Probably. I mean, when you listen to the album, you might think, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The back looks just like a pile of trash, it looks like.
If you open it up, it is kind of panoramic.
Yeah. I think on the front, this looks like it's a photograph, but on the back, that looks like that was drawn or some kind of pattern of some kind. On the inside, all the songs are in like these black squares that kind of remind me of sticky notes. And yeah, I really like this artwork. It's it definitely stands out, I'd say.
Yeah, it's kind of like Dayglow. It does look 80s-esque, in my opinion.
It reminds me of the movie Repo Man, one of the great punk rock movies of all time.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I like this album.
But what do you think of the cover?
The cover is cool. I like it how the people are like, the junkyard is in bright colors, but the people are just like charcoal, like black shadows on charcoal, like they're shadows of themselves.
I think it is the band.
It probably is the band.
Yeah, because it is a 3-piece band and it's
okay.
3 people.
But yeah, we haven't talked about the lineup yet. The lineup is
Bob Mould,
guitar and vocals,
Grant Hart,
drums and vocals,
and then Norton,
Greg Norton,
bass guitar and
backing vocals.
He actually played with his fingers too. He was
yeah.
Bob Mould and Norton are still alive. Grant Hart sadly passed away. Actually,
Like last year, 2 years ago.
I think it was.
It was recent.
It was recent, but yeah.
Because I downloaded a bunch of his solo stuff off of Freegal, the free library service, music service, right after he died.
Yeah, and sadly he passed away. So Bob Mould and Grant Hart were the 2 lead singers.
Bob Mould sang a whole lot more. But
yeah, and they were the 2 primary writers of the music too. So it was a drummer singer who actually, when the Husker Du broke up, he actually switched to guitar in his solo stuff.
Yeah.
So,
funny thing too, relating this to the first episode of this season, in the book Our Band Could Be Your Life, which talks about, like all the big influential indie bands from the 80s, both from like hardcore punk and then from other genres too. But so just like, the big indie bands from the 80s, at the end of the chapter about Husker Du, Greg Norton even says, yeah, I know this is a joke from Spinal Tap, but Bob and Grant really were like fire and ice, and I really was like lukewarm water.
yeah, I think I think you said that he was the reason they never got back together.
Yeah, he was sick of their drama.
Yeah.
Like Bob and Grant were at each other's throats and had competing creative vision a lot of the time. When you notice this, you'll notice a lot of the more melodic songs are those are Grant's, and he's the one who like plays piano for the overdubs and all that kind of stuff. While the more aggressive songs are more Bob's.
Yeah.
I've seen Bob Mould live. He's good. He's still very loud.
I haven't seen him live.
Second loudest show I've been to.
I need to go see him soon, sometime.
And also I think
somewhere. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I also think Greg's just kind of done with music.
He actually had quit music and became a chef.
Yeah, I think he owns a restaurant now.
And so that's kind of what Greg Norton, the bass player, was doing.
But yeah, part of the reason why this is a double album is I forget who figured it out first, but the Minutemen and HÜSKER DÜ were in kind of a competition to outdo each other. And when one of them announced they're going to do a double album, the other one decided to do one too. So double nickels on the dime, also on SST, but from the LA area came out around the same time because they were both doing shit.
Actually, what I heard was the way I heard, because I watched We Jam Econo, which is the
Minutemen documentary.
Yeah. What I heard was they were in the middle of recording double nickels on the dime side, and they're like, oh, we're going to be the first punk album that's going to be a double album, right?
Yeah.
And then HÜSKER DÜ dropped ZEN Arcade, and they're like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And they weren't maybe the first hardcore band, but London Calling was a double album.
Yeah. They were probably the first like American band or something. Like
the first hardcore band.
Yeah. They were just, well, I think Double Nickels had like 40 songs or some shit. It's
43.
Yeah, it's some ridiculous number. So that are all like less than 2 minutes long. So.
I think there's one that's 3 minutes, but then there's some that are 50 seconds. So
yeah, so it's a lot of album. If you ever want to listen to the Minutemen, the Double Nickels is a lot of album.
It's a great album.
It is a great album. It is.
If I had to vote in a Facebook poll which album I liked more, ZEN Arcade or Double Nickels, I would vote for Double Nickels.
I would not. I would vote for ZEN Arcade. So fight me, bitch.
I would vote for Ross Perot.
Ooh. Who's that? Flipper?
All right. Do you want to? Oh, yeah.
What are we listening to on this side?
On the first side, we have 7 motherfucking songs. We have Something I Learned Today, Broken Home, Broken Heart, Never Talking to You Again, which is what Sean's doing now that I said I like Double Nickels better. Chartered Trips, Dreams Reoccurring, Indecision Time, and Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
All right.
That's a lot of songs.
That is 7 songs.
And for those following along at home, we don't play music during the in-between segment. That's just a little bumper. So we suggest checking out this album.
Buy this album. Yeah. Honestly, buy this album. I love it. Even though I like another album more, I love it.
This is a fantastic album. Yeah. So if you've never heard this album, like Steve, buy it. Anyways.
All right, here we go. And we are back from side 1 of
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare.
Yeah. Steve, you're the one who hadn't heard this yet. What did you think?
I found a lot of it to be really enjoyable. There were some moments where the production, I think, could have been better. But that said, I mean, I didn't dislike anything.
Yeah. Like, I really like it as an album. I don't know if it's great as a concept album because I feel like the vocals should be more legible for the story's sake.
I was gonna say there were 2 songs where I made note that I couldn't hear what the vocals were, and I think that hampered my enjoyment of it. But,
Yeah.
And that's
but I mean, otherwise, it's
It's a great side of music. It's just I'm not sure about the story.
that's kind of why I was like, you're here for the music, not necessarily the story.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I'll give you some hints to the story as we go along. So kind of this first side is it's about a kid who's kind of in an abusive home. Like, so the first couple songs is like something I learned, like, so he's like a little kid and he learns some stuff. And then, Broken Heart, Broken Home is like his family life breaking up. Then it goes into how he feels about his home and not wanting to speak to his parents again. Then it goes into leaving his home as a young kid, like
Chartered trips.
being like a runaway. And then it goes into trying to fledge his own path and then running into a cult. And that's the ending of this first side, which is the Hare Krishna cult.
Yeah. Indecision. Dreams reoccurring is about his anguished mental state after leaving. Indecision time is about how the whole world's in front of him and he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
The Tenacious D movie tells the same story, except instead of running into a cult, he ran into JD. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of the trouble. This is a pretty typical story, and like stories about rock and roll, the troubled teen running away from home.
Yeah, so it's not like you're gonna really get like a huge. So even though it's a concept album, it's not like a deep concept album. But if you kind of know some of like Grant Hart and Bob Mould's story too, like
they're both gay and closeted.
Yeah, at the time, and which
they were not a couple though.
No, because at the time, even in the punk world, being gay was really faux pas, and so when they were on tour, there was rumors that one was gay and HÜSKER DÜ, and it was actually everyone thought it was the bass player, the one that wasn't gay,
because he had a mustache.
He had a Freddie Mercury mustache. So Greg Norton. So Greg Norton was the one that actually took the brunt of the shit for being gay when he actually wasn't gay.
Yeah, he was the only straight one. Later, like years later, people asked both Bob Mould and Grant Hart if they ever did hook up, and they said no. They would, like, things would have been even more toxic if we had.
Yeah.
Well, don't you know, conservative propaganda states that like a gay person just wants to fuck everybody they see. So don't hit on me.
Yeah.
As long as you don't hit on me, it's fine.
Yeah.
But don't hit on me. I know you want this, but
well, I gotta go get a boyfriend now because the libs say I have to have a boyfriend.
What I do like about this side of music is it's very eclectic. Like, it starts out with some pretty standard hardcore, I'd say, but then it kind of goes into like folk, and it has some like psychedelic moments. So it doesn't stay on one sound for very long, and I like that in an album.
That is probably what I took away the most from this band was don't stick on one sound for too long. Draw from all your influences, then people can't say you ripped anyone off too much.
And it is and because it's the songs are short, so you kind of gotta like, it is a very like hold on to your horses, because it's the next song's, yeah the next song's coming.
Yeah.
So speaking of next song coming, let's go track by track.
All right.
Something I learned today. Steve, what did you learn about something I learned today?
This one was I would say pretty typical hardcore. Like, if you're into Black Flag, you'd like this song.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I didn't really have much more to say about it.
It was a good high energy opener. Yeah, I like that galloping bass with like that kind of marching drum. One thing that I caught listening on your stereo system that I don't necessarily catch other places, like when I listen to it on my car, for example, was like the really hard stereo pan at the end as the song's winding down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the like when he's doing like the arpeggiated chord.
Yeah. But then there's like a stab before he starts arpeggiating and it pans. Yeah.
It's a great song, and it's the song that made me love HÜSKER DÜ because it was the first song I heard by HÜSKER DÜ.
It's a great opener.
Yeah.
Indeed. And then the next one, Broken Home, kind of the same, hardcore territory at the first one. This is when my ears kind of perked up because I noticed that the instrumentation was not necessarily complex, but intricate. And that's why I can see why a lot of thrash bands probably glommed onto these guys.
Yeah. This song is definitely heavier than Broken Home and Broken Heart is definitely a heavier song than Something I Learned Today. Because it just starts out,
Yeah. One thing that I think is interesting is Something I Learned Today is in the first person. Broken Home, Broken Heart seems to be addressing someone else. It seems to be in the second person a lot.
Yeah. Look at your house.
Yeah.
I wonder what goes on inside when you have to cry yourself to sleep tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost like the first one is almost from the perspective of the kid who's going to run away. This one's like it's talking to the kid. Or it's the kid talking to the parents and removing himself from the house in the process.
Or it's the kid talking to himself.
Yeah.
But he's like trying to be like removed from it kind of thing.
Yeah. But yeah, good song. It matched and even upped the energy from Something I Learned Today, just kind of making it more intense and building until things calm down.
Yeah. The next one, Never Talking to You Again. A very dirty acoustic-based folk song that I think was a good change of pace. You had the two high-energy ones, and then you kind of settle down into a pretty venomous song.
Yeah, and this is one that Grant rather than Bob sang, so we're even switching singers some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard this song, because, again, like, it's just like all of a sudden you're in this hardcore mode and then all of a sudden acoustic and you're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It just really stands out from like going from hardcore acoustic.
And it's kind of like a psychedelic acoustic song, like some of the like backing tracks to it are a little out of sync, like the backing vocals. And then there's like a little bit of like a white noise thing that's buried deep, but is like just slightly out of sync with the guitar. And I think that's a 12-string guitar on it too.
It might be, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you 100%.
I know it's a 12-string on Celebrated Summer on the next album.
Yeah, I think it's just really it might be the mic placement too.
It could be that too. Yeah,
it just makes it really tinny sounding, or it's just a really cheap acoustic, so it makes it sound like that. But it sounds when Grant's singing it sounds very like angry and heartfelt, where he's like, I'm never talking to you again, and I think I heard Dave Grohl do a cover of this before.
That makes sense. This is like going into a song like this, you can tell how that influenced Nirvana.
Yeah.
Going from, like the loud feedback drenched songs into Polly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Frank Black. You can tell how, because this is one of Frank Black's favorite albums too.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, the ad that they used to recruit Kim Deal to the Pixies was that they were looking for a woman bass player that could also sing backup that was into both HÜSKER DÜ and Peter, Paul, and Mary.
And so, but it's one of the songs that people know HÜSKER DÜ for. If they don't know any other HÜSKER DÜ song, it is kind of it's one of their more popular quote unquote songs.
Yeah, I think it's one of the more popular off this album. I don't think it's the most popular on this album, which we'll get to inside 3.
Yeah. It's one of the more popular songs. Actually, the more popular songs seem to be the Grant Hart songs.
Yeah.
Besides Celebrated Summer.
Yeah. Which is also kind of funny because I think Bob Mould wanted to be the only singer.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Well, but we'll get into that later. All right. Chartered Trips, which I actually think is a really great song.
I mean, this is my favorite on this side.
Yeah.
I like how it comes back from, like you could consider the first song Thesis, Never Talking to You Again, Antithesis, and then Chartered Trips, Synthesis.
Yeah.
It's bringing back, like the loud, like feedbacky guitars and the full band sound, but there's a lot more melody in the vocal delivery than the first 2 songs. And I like the vocal melody on it. I like the way he sings. I like the little echo they have at the end of some lines. Yeah, this is my favorite on the side.
I have a dissenting opinion. The vocals were so buried that I was having a really hard time to glomming onto it and enjoying it. So I think this one suffered a little bit from having muddy production, in my opinion.
See, this is where this album definitely is like required like multiple listens because.
And I could totally see that it might just be my particular mood right now.
Yeah, because it's very because it took me a long time to understand where the first line is I picked up my belongings in a nylon carry-all. It took a long time for me to catch what he was saying. Because like Dave said, my first listens to this album were in my car, so you can't really like sit there and read the lyrics.
Right. Yeah. And you just hear, yeah.
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 He doesn't, Bob Mould doesn't really enunciate very well.
At this point, he gets better at it.
Yeah, he gets better later on in subsequent albums. But
even the next album.
New Day Rising, definitely. But yeah. So you Charter Trip, not your favorite?
Yeah, I didn't dislike it. It's not like I'm like, oh fuck that song, it was the worst thing I ever heard. No, it's just on the first listen, just its production quality made it harder for me to like as much as say the first 2 songs on the album.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Chartered. Oh no, not Chartered. Dreams Reoccurring. What did you think of this one, Steve?
This one I really liked. The intro feedback was really cool. It had like kind of a rewind sound effect like going into it.
Yeah, playing the tape backwards.
Mm-hmm. And it was just like weird and experimental. Like at one point I felt like we were all on a train traveling through a psychedelic tunnel. It's really cool. And this might be my favorite on this side.
I can see this being your favorite. Notice what the last song of side D is called.
It's called Reoccurring Dreams.
Oh, goodness. All right.
So they come back to it in a way.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So this is their Chili Con Carnal, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool song.
It is.
Chili Con Carnal's our song, by the way.
It is a cool instrumental song. And then Indecision Time, Steve.
This one, it goes back to the hardcore energy, but I describe this as more like Animosity era Corrosion of Conformity rather than Black Flag. Well, I mean, this was before both of the. Well, it was before Corrosion of Conformity anyway.
Yeah,
not before Black Flag.
It was before Black Flag went sludge metal though. So yeah.
So if Dreams Reoccurring isn't my favorite one, it's probably this one because I really like Corrosion of Conformity's version of hardcore punk.
I liked how aggressive.
Oh, it also had a really cool guitar solo.
Yeah. I liked how aggressive the shouted vocals were. I liked how like instrumentally it was kind of jazzy at times.
Yeah.
I think you're really gonna like the next side there, Steve.
I do think that this one was kind of put like a song exactly like this was put where it was to put it in between the two really experimental songs to not completely drive away the meathead hardcore guys who bought the record just to keep them on board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we got this really great, like you said, sludgy, heavy song, which I love. I do love the way he sings this one because he's even like in his lower register when he's like,
Sounds like his throat's bleeding.
yeah, I know. Like I can imagine him like coughing up blood after he sang that take or whatever. Because then we go into the next one, which is the Hare Krishna song.
Droney noise rock.
Yeah, I like the jingle bells in it too, and you could hear some of like the rewind tape effect on some of the backing tracks as well in it too.
I couldn't the percussion in the background. I couldn't tell if it was really loud. It covered up a lot of the song, and I couldn't tell if I liked it or not.
So I thought it was. I heard them talking about like live versions they would do of this song, and they were so locked in because it is kind of a noise song for them, and they were so locked in with each other. Bob Mould talked about like one time they were doing this song live, and it was just like a wall of noise, a wall of sound. And all of a sudden, without any cue from any other band member, they just like went back into the dun 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 dun. Like they just knocked back into it, and it was like he said it was magical how well in tune they were with each other.
Yeah, and I like how even though they were buried, I think they kind of worked like for the song, maybe not for the story buried, but like the kind of like spoken vocals like that. I think Bob was probably doing, and then like Grant singing the Hare Krishna chant, like
Hare
cutting
Krishna.
over that. It sounded really cool.
But yeah, this is a fine side of music. There's a lot here. If you're looking for something eclectic, this album's starting out very strong.
Yeah. On the next side, we have Beyond the Threshold, Pride, I'll Never Forget You, The Biggest Lie, What's Going On, Masochism World, and Standing by the Sea.
I think if you liked Indecision Time, you're gonna love this next side.
All right. Well, I'm excited.
I think.
And also hold on to your ass because this next side is gonna be a ride.
Hold on to your butts.
I think.
I already made that joke. We're
Yeah.
doing it again.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
I think I like the second.
It's a callback, Steve.
Yeah.
It's a callback joke, Steve.
I like the second side more than the first. My all-time favorite side is the third, but we'll get into that later.
All right, here we go.
And we're back from side B of ZEN Arcade.
Well, goddamn, that was fucking thrashy as fuck.
Yeah.
You were not kidding, Sean. Most of those songs give Slayer a run for their money.
Yeah. So, for a little perspective there, Steve, the first album by HÜSKER DÜ was a live album, and it was called Land Speed Record. And the CD version of Land Speed Record doesn't even break up the songs because they're so fast and they're so like close together. It's just like one song per side. Like
It's kind of annoying.
It is annoying, but it's because it's so fucking fast.
Yeah.
And but HÜSKER DÜ was known for playing like 20 songs in 17 minutes.
Yeah, it's like I could see like the younger version of me being put off by some of the songs on side one, but that side of music, like if I could go back in time and show my younger self things, I would show him this side of music.
Yeah.
It would really fit in with the thrash metal I was listening to at the time.
I like how this one is, like it starts really fast and then it just kind of starts getting melodic and more experimental as it keeps going.
Yeah, like the first.
But it doesn't really let up the energy.
No, it
keeps the energy all the way through, unlike the first one, which breaks it up some.
Yeah.
It didn't really slow down until it got to the last song, and I mean, and that wasn't a slow song either. I'm just
this side is like the chaotic. And if you're going through the story, it's like the chaos when you're out in the world and you're just like the chaos that you see when you're in the world. That's kind of what the story is, quote unquote. But
the first three were just like, lyrical delivery, like vocal wise, was just pure anger. Like, it.
Well, even the fourth song, "Biggest Lie," is angry as fuck too.
Yeah.
It doesn't like stop being angry until like what's going on, but that's even a little angry.
Well, last one, I mean, like angry and like like to anybody that thinks like Slipknot sounds pretty angsty. I mean, this guy sounds more in pain than any Slipknot song.
Yeah, listening to him say "pride," oh fuck me, dude.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like he's just like hurt by whomever is like pride has gotten in the way of their relationship. You know,
I do like how as the side keeps going. Though, you get Grant Hart singing on the last 3 songs in a row, and that's where it gets more melodic.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing, not just the vocals, and they start with him kind of yelling, but then getting more melodic as it keeps going. But like the guitar playing gets more melodic as that keeps going too.
Yeah, like it's a ride. This side is definitely the ride. It's the non-stop roller coaster ride.
It kind of serves to transition between the moods of side 1 and side 3.
Yeah. So I like I was saying, it's definitely a journey.
I really liked it. Yeah. So track by track, Beyond the Threshold, it's just fast and thrashy song. I loved it.
It sounded
really good headbanger.
It makes me feel like, and it sounds like, trying to run across the interstate during traffic.
Yeah.
It's like you're on foot and you need to get to the other side of the interstate.
Yeah.
And there's cars coming, and so you just have to like run for your life.
Yeah, and it's more of that where it's like throat ripping, screaming noise. Like, I can't do it because it's so fucking guttural, And he sounds so pissed off. Don't you agree, Jake?
Yeah.
Full throttle. And yeah, come over here, Jake. Come talk to me.
Come sit on his lap.
And so Beyond the Threshold, fucking killer. Pride,
even faster.
Yeah. This was the one where I was just like, oh damn, this could give Slayer a run for its money. And like Slayer and Metallica had already released albums by the time this one came out, and it's just like it out thrashed both of those albums like 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pure anger.
It felt like the character's life falling apart.
And like you said, you were saying like Slayer, and I'm like, yeah, probably Slayer. When did Slayer come out? I don't even know when they.
82, 83.
Yeah, so they were coming out about the same time.
Yeah.
Because this album came out in 84, right?
Yes.
So yeah. But Pride is like, again, where he's just like pissed off at whoever's pride is like getting in the way of their relationship.
Yeah.
I kind of said that earlier.
Yeah.
And then I'll Never Forget You. Kind of.
I was expecting this one to like let up a little bit, like kind of like on side 1. Nope, it was fast and thrashy again.
Nice stutter to the drums in it. I liked how it started on bass.
I think this one had a bit more lyrical substance than the previous one, in which it wasn't just screaming pride a whole lot.
Yeah, he says I think he says, "I'll never forget you. I'll never forgive you" as well too.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
And
Yeah.
the lead guitar playing on this one was just nuts.
Oh yeah.
But the bass did a lot to keep the song grounded while the solo was going every which way.
Yeah. And then The Biggest Lie. This one is more melodic.
I describe this one as more of like a speed metal song rather than a thrash metal song.
Yeah.
Like more in line with like Motorhead than Slayer.
This is not my favorite song on the side, but it is my favorite Bob Mould song on the side.
Yeah, to me this song is more him being a little more honest and a little more open about, cuz it's like the biggest lie back to your girlfriend, like about like being gay and stuff, like, you know. I think that's cuz he's talking like, cuz he says like biggest lie you always lie, you know. So it must have been about some relationship he had where the person was just lying about who they were.
Yeah,
In my opinion.
I can see that. Yeah,
I always thought that, but I could be totally off base and Bob Mould can come and kick my ass.
Yeah.
I would love that, and he
Bob
could do
Mould,
that.
please come on the podcast. We'll let you kick Sean's ass.
Yes.
on the podcast.
On the podcast.
Yes.
we'll let you break.
You're my favorite, Bob.
We'll let you break Sean's jaw like he's Jake Paul.
I'll even hug your torso like Jake Paul did.
Yeah.
My friend Paul recommended that me and my buddy Paul, start a band, and we could call it Jake Paul.
Yeah.
You'd be technically correct there.
Next, we have what my favorite song on this side is, which is
What's going on?
"What's Going On." It's it's the beginning of when Grant takes over lead vocals for a pretty long stretch. Actually, it goes into the next side some.
Yeah. Well, it's this one's kind of like all three of them singing, actually.
Yeah.
I've heard live versions where they each take a verse.
But yeah, had a good propulsive beat. Guitar had a good tone to it. It was a lot more melodic than it had been previously. I liked the "I Want to Be Your Dog" style rhythmic piano playing throughout. This one almost to me sounded more like 77 punk than hardcore.
Yeah, this one, I really like the wobbly, discordant guitar playing that was like really prominent in the intro and continued sounded like through the rest of the song. It sounded kind of out of tune and chaotic in a lot of places, but I think that worked for the song. And I think it kind of sounded like someone ran a typical rock song through like a distortion pedal.
Yeah, I like that. The way you said that, that's pretty good. Masochism World.
This one sounded like lo-fi arena rock. Not meaning that as an insult, but that's what it sounded like.
Yeah. It's a fine song.
I think it was the weakest one on this side.
Yeah.
I liked the ooze during the more melodic guitar solo.
Yeah.
Like one of the songs on the last side, I think the production on this one made it kind of difficult to hear what was going on. But I mean, that said, it's a good high energy hardcore song, and I was headbanging, so
Yeah.
mission accomplished.
Yeah, you can tell like when Bob Mould does a hardcore song, he has a little bit more of a hardcore vocal range, where Grant Hart not so much, because his is a little bit more of a melodic range, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But he still did it. He still did a good job,
Yeah, still a great song.
And closing out the side, we have "Standing by the Sea."
which is a really great song.
I really like this one. It had like a really interesting bass line for the opener. Like,
Snaky.
yeah, snaky and just not typical. And like once it's gotten the meat and the bones of the song, I was just like, this kind of sounds like Mastodon. Like I could hear Mastodon covering this song and putting it on like, I don't know, Leviathan or something. It kind of had that almost sludge metal vibe to it.
I like that white noise synth to kind of show that the waves, like "Standing by the Sea."
Yeah.
I liked that it was a song you could both sway and mosh to. Most melodic vocals yet on the record from Grant.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty melodic. Like I said, I could see Mastodon or Baroness covering this song. I don't know if I could pick a favorite on this side. I really liked the first 4 songs a lot, and then this one was also up there too. So it's just like I recommend the whole side. Just listen to the whole side.
Yeah. So next side.
And we're gonna have extra Jake for the next side.
Yeah. Next side is the pop side. It's we have Somewhere, One Step at a Time,
Oh.
Pink Turns to Blue, Newest Industry, Monday Will Never Be the Same, Whatever,
I
And
do what
the
I
tooth-
want.
and The Tooth Fairy and the Princess. Whatever.
Whatever.
All right, here we go.
Peekaboo. Peeking.
Mine's not peaking.
Yeah, why
I've
you
noticed
spit
that I
on
got a
me,
really small
assholes?
wave.
My favorite kind of dog is a Pekingese.
A Pikachu.
An underrated Mission of Burma song is Peking Spring.
I'm Jacob Duncan at your service. I've been adding at your service to punctuate introductions ever since I read the book Hobbit.
Nice.
I feel like I'm the same size as those guys.
Not really.
I wasn't here.
But your feet are as hairy, so
My feet are as hairy, and I do like a cozy seat. And I don't like to leave my house. I'd rather not.
yeah, I like sitting down by the fire and having a big meal.
Yeah, I think most people don't want to leave their house and like big meals and everything. Well,
Yeah.
we're back.
We're back
Hi there.
from side 3
Is it how many sides are on here?
It's a double album.
4.
4, and we're on side 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you missed the first 2 sides because you're being responsible and doing your job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, so the first 2 sides were like the first side was like more I don't know like
Hardcore punk.
horror.
Yeah,
Second side was
I
like
walked
kind
in-
of thrashy.
I walked in right when you guys were talking about a Slayer comparison, and I
Yeah.
thought, ah, shit.
Yeah.
I missed out. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to check out the rest of this album.
Yeah. But now on side 3 we're into the pop punk anthems.
Yeah. Alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was like alternative. I heard like goth rock. I heard post punk.
Psychedelic.
Yeah,
heard
psychedelic had some experimental moments.
Psych garage rock
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Like there's one moment it's like, oh, this sounds like REM.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
I felt like it was like a very much faster and a way less palatable Nirvana, and I mean that.
Yeah.
And I mean that in a very complimentary fashion. I don't mean that as any kind of a slight. I feel like the guys in Nirvana are probably big Husker Du fans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard Dave Grohl cover a couple of Husker Du songs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've heard him do "Never Talking to You Again," and I've also heard him doing "I Don't Want to Know If You're Lonely."
One funny thing is one time one of my old bands was on tour and we were in Minneapolis. We stopped by a record store called Extreme Noise, and they had a local music section where they had Prince, The Replacements, and Husker Du just filed in with the local music. And it's like, guys, you're just bragging. No one's going to be looking for these bands in the local music section.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't have Soul Asylum in there, or they were.
They did.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
there
they
you
had
go.
Soul Asylum. They had
Runaway
Dillinger 4.
Train.
Just like, yeah, all of the high-profile Minneapolis bands.
listed as local.
Yeah, Morris Day and The Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Vikings.
Yeah.
That was a Minnesota joke.
But
Yeah, this is the side of music where it just turns into alternative rock.
But in 1984.
Yeah.
so, like I said, it's almost like they at the beginning of the podcast, I was saying it was almost like this album evolves mid-album into a different
Album.
Yeah.
band, like different genre of music.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I
like the
guess,
first side as a whole is like the kind of like early 80s hardcore punk. Then by the second one, it's like, oh, Black Flag is a metal band now. Okay. So it's like, as hardcore gets like more into like thrash and groove metal type of thing. And then side 3, it's like, oh, but a lot of bands are getting really into melodic and going back to like the 77 style of punk, and that has created the sound alternative rock. Here you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many, like, I could see, like, the family tree of music, a lot of branches coming off of this album.
Yeah. And like they were big influences on a lot of different styles that came after them.
Yeah.
And especially Nirvana.
Especially Nirvana and the Pixies and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you could hear a lot of cool groups that I like were influenced by Husker Du. So that's really nice. I thought it'd be funny if the Mountain Dew company had a brand that a flavor that tasted like cigarettes and angst, and they could call it Husker Du.
Yeah. Put an umlaut on the D, on the E and the DEW. Do. Yeah.
Husker Du.
Or just spell it like DU. Like,
Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew.
That seems like
I
seems
bet
like
you there's some idiot in fucking Omaha or in Nebraska that fucking got into Husker Du because it looks like Husker.
Oh, probably.
yeah.
Probably many. It's probably happened at least a dozen times.
Yeah, like, ooh, Huskers. I love the Huskers.
Probably some guy that
Husker.
puts it on at every Husker party, and it probably annoys all the other Husker fans that
Yeah.
don't understand why they're playing this.
I think next time anybody mentions the Cornhusker game, I'm gonna be like, "Go Huskers!"
If you see these guys on the street, just be like, "Go Big Red!"
All two of them that are alive and not talking to each other anymore.
Yeah.
Is one of them the bass player?
Yeah, the bass player and the guitar player are still alive. Only the guitar player is still doing music.
The first time I went and saw Mike Watt at the waiting room, there was a guy that got on stage before the band got on, and he like played the Bach cello prelude on the bass, and he looked like an old weird man.
Huh.
And a buddy of mine had a recording from the soundboard in that night, and he claimed that it was the bass player from Husker Du.
It's possible. Like, he's a chef now, but I'm sure he can still play.
Yeah. But what
Yeah.
was that? That was at the waiting room.
Well, I mean, he is from the Midwest, so
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, I don't know, like how mysterious.
When I saw Gang of Four in Kansas,
He was the second best bass player I saw that night.
yeah. When I saw Gang of Four in Kansas City, John Worster from the Mountain Goats was randomly at the show. I don't think the Mountain Goats live in Kansas City, and he like went up on stage and played a song during the encore. So
There's no mountains in Kansas City for goats like
No.
that.
I wonder if Gordon Ramsay would like his food. There should
I
be an
wonder.
episode of something of Gordon Ramsay where he goes and checks out his restaurant, and then they make him listen to Husker Du.
yeah, I think Gordon Ramsay has probably heard Husker Du is the thing.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. But yeah,
You think he'd be into hardcore punk? I actually don't know.
I think he would. I think he was. I think he
that's
was
why
into
he's
punk when he
bleach
was
blonde.
younger.
He seems pretty aggressive.
Yeah. But yeah.
He could definitely front a hardcore band.
Yeah.
He was a soccer hooligan, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All you got to do is take like samples from all of his shows ever of him like yelling at someone, and then you could like edit them into.
All right, Gordon Ramsay, you're invited to the podcast to come listen to hardcore punk with us.
Yeah. Or since you're a hooligan, you can listen to Oi with us.
Oi, oi.
If he was in a band, he should call it Gordon and the Ramsays.
Yes. But track by track, we kicked this one off with Somewhere.
This one I thought was kind of almost like a Clash style punk song.
Yeah.
And the bass was incredible on this one.
Yeah.
Really stood out.
Yeah, more vocals by Grant too, and he was kind of like going up and down with it a lot, like dipping, like not just like the monotone all the way through, like a lot of when punk bands start singing after yelling like they do. He was showing like some range with it.
yeah. And this one actually has kind of a psychedelic guitar solo because it sounds like it's almost like backwards because it does that.
Yeah, they bring back the backward tape effects all the
Yeah.
way from. Well, there are a few songs that have used it, but this one it was the most noticeable since the end of the first side.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was like verse, chorus, verse 2, chorus 2.
Yeah.
Instrumental, verse 3 with kind of an ethereal kind of instrumental. But it really went hard. It's a fast-paced tune. Real poppy and catchy. The drummer and the bass player are so fucking good. And then like the guitar player could do anything, but he's imaginative. He's got really cool guitar ideas. He just has to sit on top of the drums and the bass like that, though.
Yeah.
I like it.
And the drummer is the one singing in this one, so imagine like playing drums while singing that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or playing the drums like that while singing is that's a mouthful.
I can attest that
a handful
singing and
and a
drumming at the same
mouthful.
time can be difficult.
I've looked up videos of him doing it too. He just does it. Yeah.
Yeah. He spits a lot.
Yeah.
Well, what's my excuse?
For me, it's like you almost have to make it part of the beat for it to work. It's difficult. Like there are times where I wish I could do backing vocals in some of our songs. I just can't because it's just weird to maintain over what I'm doing there. So
It's not matching the kick drum. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, imagine how fast they're playing and then doing backing vocals too.
And lead vocals.
And lead vocals.
Yeah.
So
One step at a time.
which was just the piano.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
sounded like an intro to like a prog rock ballad. It kind of made me think of like some of the mellower, but like forlorn parts of The Wall, where like Roger Waters is like in between freaking out. And I mean, both of these albums are kind of both of those, like The Wall and ZEN Arcade, both kind of have that like personal, like
Journey.
journey or falling out or what's the word I'm looking for? Crashing out. Like maybe there's a lot of angst and emotion.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of just it was kind of like an intro to the next song.
Yeah, which was my favorite song on the record and the one that gets mentioned in all.
I wanted to say about before we go on.
Yeah.
On One Step at a Time, the piano instrumental. I would think that if I were like, this is the first time I've listened to this record, so the piano part didn't really, I think if I listened to this album over and over and over again, like many people have, that would kind of be more in my memory and pretty nostalgic and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you were kind of like, I did not expect to hear a piano. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not a very well tuned piano or anything. It's not like complaining or nothing. That's just, and also it doesn't seem like whoever's playing it, that's their primary instrument.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but like that doesn't mean anything. Like that's still the piano stuff, because there's another piano one coming up, and it reminds me of like Layla, the end of Layla.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't have to hear Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
So it's
it's
a
better
good
than
thing.
Layla.
So it's a compliment.
Yeah. I would like to try to find a way to replicate that exact piano sound for the studio.
The Layla one?
Oh no, the HÜSKER DÜ one. Yeah. The one from the two songs that are on here, because I do think it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm starting to trip on mushrooms at a saloon in the West.
Yeah. Honky tonk mushroom trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name of my next band.
Yes. Would listen.
Honky tonk
yeah.
mushroom trip.
And then next we have my favorite song on the record, and the one that ends up in all the documentaries about the history of alternative rock, which is Pink Turns to Blue.
Yes.
This one's like, my first thought was like goth rock, but it's not like dreary like goth rock.
Okay, so that's so funny that you say that, because this is about basically his girlfriend committing suicide.
I mean sonically, not dreary.
Because like,
I mean the subject matter very dreary.
Because he's talking about his girlfriend going out to score heroin.
No.
And that's what the
that
song
title.
And then he's like, and he's saying, I don't know what to do when pink turns into blue, and that's basically, I don't know what to do when she kills herself. I don't know what to do when she hangs,
Mm.
because she's like, too much he says too much rope and no more dope.
Whoa,
And
dude.
so yeah, that's what it is. Like, she kills herself, and like yeah. So yeah, that's
If the Cure did this song, it would.
well, if
probably
the Cure
would've made all of
did this
us cry.
song, a lot of people would have killed themselves.
Yeah.
The riff.
Compliment.
Compliment.
Yeah.
The riff.
They would have killed themselves nicely, though. You know.
The riff is like and it's the same like chord progression as Something in the Way by it's like a really fast Something in the Way by Nirvana. It's a more, all the lyrics aside, it's a more peppy version of Something in the Way.
Yeah. Something in the way she hangs herself.
And then also it's also kind of, maybe I might be wrong about this, but I think it's like reverse About a Girl. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that I thought that was a pretty fun listen. If I wouldn't have known about the whole suicide lore.
Yeah.
and the high and like the higher
explicitly
octave.
says it.
Yeah. And the higher octave backing vocals do a lot to make it sound more peppy too.
Going, because the first line is going out each day to score. She was the whore before me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's it's about his girlfriend and him. Basically, so that's why I kind of didn't want to go before we went song by song. I didn't want to go through the rest of the story because you said it was kind of a peppier song. So I wanted to be like,
we can circle back to the story after we get through the songs.
Yeah.
Well, isn't peppiness subjective anyway?
So,
Yeah.
anyways, but yeah, I was just like, yeah, this song is about a girl killing herself because she couldn't score.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Then next up we have Newest Industry.
This one sounded like an REM song to me.
It really did. The piano was back and like pretty dominant in it too, like only this time with the rest of the instruments. Like it stood out even more than it did in Standing by the Sea.
This one had a really dirty sound on the guitar that I really liked.
There was a really cool transitory riff between the verses that fucking ripped.
Yeah.
It sounded like a really fun thing to play, whether you were a drummer or a guitarist or a bass player.
Yeah.
And this was my second favorite song on the record.
This is actually my favorite song on the record.
And so why this is my
That's a
favorite
good choice.
So the reason why this is my favorite side is as my first, second, and third favorite songs, which we'll get to what my third favorite one is later. But yeah, this is like, to me, the highlights of the record are all on this side.
The lyrics on this one, I actually looked them up while we were listening to it, have unfortunately aged very well.
Yeah, they do.
Because it seems to be like a post-apocalypse in like a world where like industry has destroyed the world. Is kind of
that's kind of what it's about.
Yeah.
And you know,
it's like
wildly gesturing towards the entire universe right now.
Yeah.
It's almost like a United States that bombed themselves into a nuclear wasteland, and then they're going to invade Mexico to try to stay relevant.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what it, and live in it says we live in caves and don't have paid TV.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it was switching back to Bob after several songs in a row and an instrumental of Grant singing, and this is the most melodic Bob has sung on the whole record and will sing on the whole record.
Yeah. I think Charter Trips he sing between this one and Charter Trips is like his most melodic.
And this one's more melodic, and like at least in the vocals. And
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
New Industry.
Newest Industry.
Yeah, great song.
Newest Industry.
Yeah.
I wonder what industry tomorrow will bring us.
AI.
It's
But he does say World of Science went too far.
Yeah. It's
And
gonna
you were saying, like, I wonder if it's about, like,
AI.
AI.
ChatGPT. What world? What's gonna
disrupt drinking water.
Yeah.
Next up, we have another pretty piano piece with Monday Will Never Be the Same.
Mm-hmm.
Liked it.
Yeah, you were asking what kind of piano that was, and I think Jake said it was like an upright piano.
Yeah, it sounds like an upright piano that like hadn't been tuned in many years, but then they tuned it before they recorded.
It's definitely not the piano you would use to record the saddest masterpiece that would be "Lick My Love Pump."
Yeah.
Saddest masterpiece.
You do
It's
that,
in D
you do
minor,
that on
the
a big,
saddest-
giant
yeah.
grand piano.
The D minor is the saddest of all keys.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. What's it called?
Lick
Like
my love pump. Then next we have my third favorite song on the whole record, which is Whatever.
Whatever you want.
This one sounded like a post-punk song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was like a really fast post-punk song. Like I thought it sounded a lot like the Ramones to some degree with just like his vocal delivery and how fast the music was going. But yeah, but it also, yeah, I could hear like post-punk in there. Like you could definitely hear like a band like Magazine doing something like this. Yeah.
This is a great song. Yeah, it's a great song. And it's kind of the apologetic song to the parents.
Which makes it really sad in the story because it's him moving back in with his abusive parents. But yeah.
It had like kind of a Gen X vibe to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also particularly like the drumming on this one. It's been awesome throughout the whole record, but I particularly noticed it on this one.
Yeah, I kind of agree with all of you guys. I don't really have too much more to add.
Okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good in the hood.
We hogged all the content. So.
Nah, you just checked all the boxes.
Yeah.
But don't worry, everybody out there, I'm still here.
And then closing out the side, we have The Tooth Fairy and the Princess, which is another experimental track.
Which I fucking loved.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear a band do an experimental loop like this, it makes me a lot less anxious about some of the stuff that like we put out with Lucid Fugue.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there's a world for this. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of the reverse guitar.
It didn't sound like it sounded unique to them. It wasn't like when I don't know, like when people try to get experimental on some albums, I'm like, oh, sounds like somebody's been listening to a lot of like Pink Floyd or Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah.
You know, where you can tell it's like, oh, and you know, everybody has the right to do that. I'm not hating or nothing.
Oh, yeah.
But
I get
I'm
what
just
you're
saying that Husker Du did it in a way that like was unique to them, and it didn't sound like too like replicative of anybody else.
Well, there's like a lot of albums where they put their experimental track on there after like 8 normal songs, and your reaction is just like
Okay.
Krusty the Clown, like, what the hell was that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, to the story's point. So this is kind of the side where he's living with it. The character is kind of living with his girlfriend. And
It sounds like he's disassociating.
yeah. And then his girlfriend, like he's getting into a drug habit, and his girlfriend commits suicide. And like the newest industry is kind of like the disassociation. Like he goes kind of nuts, and he imagines this world where everything's blown up, and then that's when whatever comes in, when he has to move back in with his parents because he's completely fucked himself over. And so, yeah, that's almost kind of the end of the story, because Turn on the News, which is on the next side, doesn't really have much to do with anything.
Yeah. Tooth Fairy and the Princess is just like him living with the nightmares of everything he's been through.
Yeah.
Like the wake up and the scream.
So
at the
don't
end.
give in, don't give up.
Yeah.
So then the next side is
Two songs.
I wonder, before we move on,
yeah.
on Tooth Fairy and the Princess, I'm always curious, like if I could learn the chord progression that I'm hearing and then like just play it backwards, you know, like
Yeah.
I wonder what it would sound like if it was played backwards, or in correct order rather, you know what I mean? What's
Yeah.
correct? Oh.
Well, it's like
Oh,
it's kind of hard to write something backwards and then
yeah, like
knowing that it's going to be played in reverse.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Write someone forward and then play it.
Did the on Twin Peaks when they're talking like kind of pseudo reverse?
Yeah.
Are they talking backwards and then
Yeah.
playing it? That's fucking.
They
wild.
they had to learn their lines phonetically backwards, and then David Lynch played it in the.
In
That would be
reverse.
really
Yeah.
fucking
That's why it
hard.
has that
Yeah.
weird effect.
It's so like unsettling.
Yeah.
I love it. But anyway, this record reminds me of the Red Room and David Lynch.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Twin
Well,
Peaks.
especially the Tooth Fairy and the Princess.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. So side 4, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
2 songs.
I like even numbers. Oh, there's only 2 songs on here.
Yep.
Turn on the News and Reoccurring Dreams.
Yep.
Huh.
Just, are
That
they
sounds
really
like-
long, or is
that
this
sounds
kinda like it's technically a double album?
One song is really long. The other one's normal length.
Yeah. So
Turn on the News and Reoccurring Dreams seems like the title of one song.
Yeah.
Reoccurring Nightmares.
Well, I guess Turn on the News is long for their stuff,
yeah,
but it's not the longest. Oh no, it is the longest otherwise.
it's like 4 or 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. But yeah, gonna wrap things up, and the last one do kind of fit into the story in a way. It's just the story is also kind of over.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
We don't have any sponsors.
Try BetterHelp.
Have you tried Do Space?
Where Husker Dü Space?
Husker Do Space?
I can't get anything done in here. It's so loud.
They just play Husker Do 24/7.
They play specifically Recurring Dreams on a loop.
Oh my god.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Flip the bitch.
Yeah.
I just saw that the great bass player is in a band currently with Dave King, the drummer from the Bad Plus.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's cool that
So
he's
he-
got back into music.
Yeah.
He's in an avant jazz band.
That tracks.
Looks like
As
he got
of-
back into music about 2016.
2006 is he returned to the recording industry in 2006. Who says 2006? I guess I do.
Yeah,
2006.
So that's kind of cool.
that is cool.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah, we missed you, Greg Norton.
Oh, it is 2006. Huh.
Yeah. So,
And their drummer hasn't done shit, it says.
oh, he
Well,
died.
yeah, he
I know,
died.
that's
Yeah.
That was my one insensitive joke for the day. My one.
Yeah. Bob Mould put out an album this year that was pretty good.
Oh, really?
I was wondering where I'd heard his name before, and he did the theme song for The Daily Show, like in the early days.
Yeah. Yeah. He wrote the theme, and it's his version that's on the old version, the Craig Kilborn
Yeah.
version.
Yeah, because I think when Jon Stewart took it over, it got replaced by a version of the same song done by They Might Be Giants.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
So I'm probably more familiar with the They Might Be Giants version.
Yeah.
I always loved their theme song.
There was a moment on the Daily Show where Bill Murray was on there, and Jon Stewart was like, "Okay, make something up off the top of your head right now," and Bill Murray goes, "I gotta watch it. It's the Daily Show. Please, won't you?" And he just made up this song that was to the tune of the Daily Show.
Nice.
It was awesome.
That's hilarious.
So,
That's such a Bill
Yeah.
Murray moment.
Oh yeah,
it is.
It was great.
So, what did we think of this particular side of music?
I liked a lot about it. There was the first song was a bunch of news samples with some ominous piano, and then it just goes into a pretty straightforward hard rock and roll sound. It sounded like yet another one of the bands I really like who took influence from Kiss. It sounded like a Kiss song that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah,
and that's
kinda
no
like-
disrespect to
I was thinking
Husker
it was
Du.
I was thinking it was more like a typical rock and roll.
It was like
song.
a real hard rock song.
I was
like
thinking it would be a
anthemic,
perfect
yeah.
song to play at. If
Ace
you go back
Frehley.
in time to 1955 at their dance to freak them out,
Mm-hmm.
like not too much, but just
Like-
enough to make them go, "Oh, you can."
Like
Yeah.
Marty McFly would have played something like
It'd be a
this
good
at the
song to
Enchantment
play at
Under the
Ace
Sea.
Frehley's funeral.
Yeah. Turn on the news and see that Ace Frehley died. Yeah.
Nobody dies by falling down the stairs.
But I think
Is that how he died?
yeah.
Yeah.
But he was old as shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then Gene Simmons came out with a statement that says, "You don't just die by falling down the stairs." I'm like,
A lot of people
somebody our
actually
age
do.
could die,
Yeah.
fall down the
Yeah.
stairs and die.
Like thousands of people do every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does that guy always have to have like the worst take on everything? You know,
He likes being hated, I think.
I think I know people that
Yeah.
are just like, oh, I got to be a contrarian.
But big, like the big anthemic guitar sound for this. Do you know? I know Sean knows, and I told Jake. But Steve, do you know what guitar Bob Mould used at this point of his career?
Well, I already spoiled that because I looked it up and he used the Ibanez Rock and Roller Flying V.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sounds like he's
Flying
since switched to
V.
Stratocasters though.
yeah. He switched exclusively to Strats after Husker Du broke up.
So he's
That's what
like
he plays.
Eric Clapton but cool.
Yeah,
He actually played Explorers too, so he
nice.
played Flying V's and Explorers.
I love Flying V's and Explorers.
Flying V's.
I have one
Yeah.
of each of those.
So yeah, he played like what people thought of as the arena rock guitars, and you can really hear that here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That's interesting.
Yeah, these two songs are about as different as two songs are from each other back to back, and that's including on the first side going from "Never Talking to You Again" into "Never Talking to You Again" into. There's so many songs in here. I have to look at it again.
Never talking to you again. To
Into Chartered Trips. Yeah, like
and
that's
then Chartered Trips into Dreams Reoccurring, and this was
Yeah.
Reoccurring Dreams.
yeah, but like huge shift. Like you go from the big anthemic arena rock-esque song into the this is basically Chekhov's long experimental jam because they've been promising it the whole album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even by having another song with the name reversed, but with all the experimental bits going through and through, it's like, okay, this is coming, and it sounds like a continuation of especially the first one. And story-wise, it actually does kind of fit the whole story because, like, at the end, after everything's resolved at the end of the other side, it's just like, oh, look at the news, the whole world is bad. It's not just this one guy. And then this last thing is just like his mind fully breaking.
So I guess
Yeah.
I was thinking like Turn On the News might have been like you see like people sensationalizing like suicides politically like that. So I guess that was my thought.
Could be that too, yeah.
See, and I've read interpretations where they've said like, "Oh, the whole thing was a dream," and I'm like, "No, I don't
see
think
that.
That's not my interpretation." So fuck yeah.
I think
Is this like a concept album or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it the concept album? Is that the creation of Bob Mould?
Mainly, but they all did contribute to telling the story.
Okay.
yeah, so it might be like an amalgamation of all of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a loose concept album, but it's
Yeah.
kind of it's
It's like a video game plot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's a better story than Tommy.
an American Idiot,
Well, it's the same story as American Idiot.
which is funny because I've heard they're big fans of Husker Du as well.
They are, yeah.
I'll say Turn On the News I think was a really great song. And Reoccurring Dreams was pretty long. I couldn't decide if it was overstaying its welcome with me or not. But overall
I think it's another one of those things where it's like, if you grew up listening to this record like once a day for like 6 years, that all of this stuff would have like, it would like kind of embed itself and you would like have a personal relationship built with it.
Yeah.
Well, I think if I was just listening to this album casually, I wouldn't be thinking about the time of the instrumental.
Although, sometimes when I listen, like,
Yeah.
it didn't overstay its welcome for me this time, but sometimes when I'm like driving, it overstays its welcome to me because it's like, okay, I drove to work and the song started. Oh, I drove all the way home from work and the song still isn't over yet. I want to switch out albums now. Yeah.
So
That's funny.
that song is like, if I'm on a long drive, I'll listen to it. But if I'm not on a long drive, the first Dreams Reoccurring is fine enough.
I can see that.
So like, I'll just listen to it up to Turn on the News, and then maybe like a minute or two of Reoccurring Dreams, and then I'm good. But if I'm listening to, but if I'm on a long drive and I'm just listening to the whole album, then I'll listen to the whole song. Or if I'm listening to it on my record, I'll listen to the whole song. Because it's a wordless song and I can like read to it or something, you know?
Yeah.
Well, if I'm like sitting around playing video games while listening to music, then I would definitely let that play. So.
Yeah. So it's not bad. It's like you said, it's if you're just sitting here not doing much, it's fine.
It sounded, that last song, Reoccurring Dreams, sounded like if the Grateful Dead were like way more pissed off.
Yeah.
But the drums were even like, the drummer I think is more preferred to me than the drummers from the Grateful Dead. And then the bass lines were also like, it seemed like the bass player from Husker Du knows how to like get around a chord in the same way that Phil Lesh from Grateful Dead does. I know it's kind of like comparing apples to Cadillacs here, but it's like,
well, that's really jamming in the same way.
Yeah, but he has more of a rock and roll or like a heavier rock background than Phil Lesh would have.
Yeah.
Who would have had more of like a
Americana.
American rock and roll kind of.
So it's kind of funny that you're saying this,
50s.
like comparing them to the Grateful Dead. I listened to the Grateful Dead today.
Which one?
American Beauty.
Oh, the way that song didn't. Song that I'm talking about didn't sound like anything off. That album sounds like a country album. But there's a song by the Grateful Dead called The Other One that it sounded very much like this Husker Du song sounded very much like this Grateful Dead song, The Other One, which it doesn't seem like the guys in Husker Du would have been the biggest Grateful Dead fans. But but that rhythm isn't like just only from the Grateful Dead, you know what I mean? But what were you gonna say?
Well, so I keep like watching videos and stuff. I don't like the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
And you're like, so why were you listening to the Grateful Dead?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was giving them another chance, and like everyone's like, oh, American Beauty is like their best album ever. And I'm like, okay, so I'll just try American Beauty. I listened to it and I didn't like it. So I don't think I'm going to be buying any Grateful Dead albums anytime soon if that's their best one and I didn't like it.
I used to be quite a, what's it called? Deadhead. I was going to say know-it-all asshole jerk, but you guys, no, I'm joking. I'm not a know-it-all asshole jerk.
No.
I'm not a know-it-all.
Andrew read in Working Man's Dead, and I thought it was a decent album.
Yeah, I thought Working Man's Dead was
It's like Working Man's Dead and American Beauty sound a lot like country albums. I think they're really good country albums, but like their jam stuff is like not really anything I'm too interested in anymore. The way that these guys jammed on this last song, I really liked it when it started. And then I got the point, and then after that, I started to kind of get distracted and look on my phone and stuff.
Yeah.
I downloaded the Dinosaur Jr. record that we listened to together, and I also downloaded the Joy Division record that we did. So that just kind of is a testament to, oh, I really like these guys. The one stuff does my attention span is the thing, you know, like maybe that song was just Not for my attention span, I guess.
No, like it's really long. It does overstay its welcome some.
It's kind of weird to listen to in a group of people.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's weird to listen to and just sit there and like, okay. It's kind of like listening to something that it's basically listening to noise rock or whatever. If we were watching them live do it, then it'd be cool as fuck.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
100%.
But we're just listening to it on a record, so it's kind of weird to sit here and listen to it.
Yeah. No, I agree. If I was like out doing chores and like going to the grocery store and shit like that, I'd listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it really kind of comes on strong and it's really cool. But then it goes on and it does it again and then it does it again and then it does it again. And
Yeah.
But it sounds like if I was in the band, it'd be a lot of fun to do live.
Yeah.
You know?
And other songs that are really long that I like have more variation to them, like Sister Ray even. Like, it's a repetitive song, but there's... Yeah.
They did do this song,
Did do.
they did this song live quite a bit too, I think. I've seen live footage of this song. And they did Hare Krishna a lot live as well.
I liked it that they didn't necessarily just not have the weirder stuff be, oh, this is just for the record, except for probably the piano stuff.
Yeah.
But since they didn't tour with any keyboards, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, they used to, before they were recording album, they were a band that would like play a whole album live.
Yeah.
They used to they used to play this whole album, probably minus the keyboard songs, live before they ever recorded it. So I don't know if there's any like surviving footage of it, because they were, of course, an underground punk band at that time, and they'd only released a couple of EPs and one live album at that time before they released this one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that actually would have been something that someone recorded.
Yeah.
So,
This was technically their debut.
yeah, like full length album.
Yeah. But yeah, this was ZEN ARCADE by HÜSKER DÜ. I'd recommend it for anyone who
has musical taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it a 2 out of 2.
I'd recommend it for anyone who likes things that are really loud and noisy, but have a lot of variety within that.
If you're somebody that's like coming from like the metal, like grunge side that I kind of bring into the podcast, definitely check this out, especially side 2, especially side 3.
Yeah, it's definitely you'll find something here you like, and you'll find something here you love.
Yep.
It's probably your new favorite band.
Yeah.
It's probably your new favorite band.
Before we sign out, Jake, do you have anything you want to promote?
Yeah, I have a show on January 16th where my band, The Album Party, is performing the album Rumors by Fleetwood Mac at the Waiting Room in Benson.
That will probably be after this before this airs.
It'll be before? That will be before this airs. Well, it was awesome. You should have been there. It was so
My
fucking
wife
cool.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Man.
Check out The Album Party. They're great. Yeah.
As always, my wife's OnlyFans is on sale.
Yep. Catch you on the flip side.
Yeah, flip side.
Yeah.
Do, who's gonna do?
I forgot
Who's gonna do me?
Who's great, don't we?
Side 1, Side B is a Floof Goof Studios production. head on over to killrockmusic.com. That's KILRAVOCK music.com to check out our post-punk band, The Alliterates, and Steve's solo project, Killrock. You can also check out Steve and Dave's experimental project, Lucid Fugue, where the theme song comes from, at lucidfugue.bandcamp.com. You can also check out Dave's old band Gong Farmer at gongfarmer.bandcamp.com, spelled GONGFERMOUR. You can find each of us on various social media platforms. Check out the description for more information. Thanks.
Lick my love pump.
This music really makes me hate the centralized bank.
Sunday morning.
All hail to Sean.
All hell to Sean.
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
Doctor Who. Hey, the TARDIS.
What the hell was that?
What the hell is that?
What the fuck was that?
HÜSKER DÜ is German, yeah. Not really.
No, they're from Minnesota.